Got no camera. A wet vents. Let's adjust this. Audio. Okay. Let me know, just to be sure. now I get my camera. Okay, there's my face. Most unfortunate. Okay, microphone settings tell me that there's sound going through. But can anyone hear anything? This is the question. This is the question. Okay. Thank you, Vance. Thank you. Oh, jeez. I spent the first 20 minutes of the stream trying to get it all working. Okay, so this is what he completely throws me off when this happens, and I have to try and now draw like a normal human being. A normal human being. Right, so welcome to the classroom. Let's try that. All of that again. All of that. I'm gonna get some music back on. Don't know why that can't just keep playing while things crash. I don't know. Cool. So, doing a doggo in the clubhouse on Wednesday as well. Our theme is Canine. Thanks, Persona. See your message there. Awesome. We're doing Canine Cameraman as our main theme. Why do I not have music? Why is this happening? I see. No, that's not it. Output device, speakers, playing into my headphones. What is going on? Drive me 7 kinds of crazy. There we go. Cool. So if you want to join in, it's already playing. Yeah, for whatever reason, I know the reason. It wasn't playing in my headphones. I got it now. I'll just shut up and draw. So I'm not an experienced canine doodler, but that's fine. One doesn't need tons of experience. One just needs to be able to assess the shapes on the screen. So let's have a look here. If we look at these quirky fellas, we've got some simple shapes to work with. Like this, you probably, this is the trick of working on the iPad. I'm gonna have to draw this out. If we look at our pug over here, okay, we've got quite like a circular shape that everything fits onto, right? So we can just start with that. We can just start with a circle, and then we've got, this rounded samosa triangle sort of shape that thing's roughly set into here. Of course, it bends it around and does all kinds of other things, but we can establish some basic shapes that help us fit things in and start piecing things together. And we have reference points. These eyes, for example, sit just above halfway in our dog's face. So we're trying to replicate the reference here. There's a lot we can work with. Again, that circular sort of bulge in over there. Yeah, cuts in over here. So we can, once we've drawn out that kind of circle here, we can also start to create shapes that we cut away from the pie. Our unique slices of pie. Take out. And again, just keeping things quite simple. I mean, there's just sort of a, not quite rectangular, but close enough for the beanie shape, just to start putting it in with a round ball on top. And then we can start joining in and give more clear definition to these different shapes. All right, so this is kind of the way I want you to, if you are new and this is unfamiliar territory, just try and look for shapes that you can fit with. And this dog has quite like a squarish kind of head, the way it's facing. Yeah, it bulges out a little bit. Now we've got reference points to work with. Let's change the color here, maybe. Yeah, and again, that sort of samosa-ish place. Just being able to plot points that we can intersect with and fix up later. Okay, and then from there, I wouldn't say it's easy, but it gets easier. Clear layout. So Let's go for it. Let's go for it. And you can pick any of these or all of them, whatever you like. I'm going to start with our fella with the beanie there. We've got a nice gray background. Blaze is active, so if you guys want to use any of the other brushes that are there, feel free. Okay, how's the size on this? Okay, cool. That'll do. That'll do, Johnson. You can make it a bit bigger even. A bit bigger. The density's up already. Let's get it a bit lighter up here. Don't tell me you're waiting for server response. It's not the kind of messaging I need right now. Okay, cool. There we go. Okay, so we have, I'm going to do this on a separate layer, just will make things a little bit easier. I'm not going to sketch it out, I'm just going to start blocking in. I'm frozen? I mean, the video is a pointless matter. I'm hoping that when I return to South Africa at the end of the week, I will have a better situation there. Okay, so we had that, like I said, we had this sort of circle. We have this nice orange beanie that has a bit of a rectangle. Well, let's bring that up, make this smaller. It's a bit yellower. There we go. Now this is gonna look real silly, real amateurish to start, and my goal for the rest of the session will to make it look not so. Now why is it not color picking? Color pick, fool! But even within this, we've got so much. We've got this big, kind of almost completely black head in parts. It's actually like there's shapes of pure black that we can work with. This could probably come down even further, I think. Okay, this bulges over here, look there. Let's bring the snout out. That sort of. And then, you know, I don't really like to use the eraser, so I'm actually just going to paint the background color over areas where I think I've made a mess. I'm still using the eraser, that's why it's not working. Go to the brush, please. Okay. And then he's got this sort of creamish, almost like yellow creamish jacket. Cool, if anyone's, just for those who might be joining late, if you do want to come along, join on the, well, not on this canvas, but grab a canvas for yourself, join in the study session, check the stream description. If you're on Twitch, then let me know, because I'll have to drop the links manually for that. Hope you guys had a good weekend. Good start to the week so far. if you're only getting started now, this is a good way to start it, I suppose. Nice little study. How'd your study session go on Saturday, Vince? Did you have a good turnout for that? It looked like quite a complicated scene that you were studying. Intimidating stuff. And then once I've got these big shapes in, I can start to make the brush a little smaller. Let's see, I've got this as well, this sort of strap that comes down. Yeah, it did look like quite a challenge. That's good, glad it went well. Definitely want to make it to more of those because it's certainly push you out of your comfort zone. Yeah, sorry, there's nothing I can do about the delay on the chat. The internet in this apartment, no matter how hard I try, it's just bad. It's just bad. And it's a real, you can imagine what a nuisance it is when you're trying to have a meeting and trying to get your points across to the team or say things at a relevant moment. And you just can't. Okay, again here, just color pick the background, cut away. Here as well, I'm gonna try to exaggerate some of these shapes. Saturation here. Then I suppose the other key thing here, we've got a bit of brown in the schnoz. Well, it's like a reddish. It's quite reddish actually. Let's go a little darker than that. Here. It's got a bit more red in it. And there's this eye. How best to tackle this eye? Sort of sits just underneath here, a little lower than that. It's not quite. And we have this nose, just a bit lighter. So it's kind of back a bit. This actually, it's a bit dark here. It's down. So again, just looking for shapes. That'll be perfect shapes. They'll do. This could actually come down a bit more. Ah. All right. Always confuses me a little bit when I sometimes use my iPad as a drawing tablet with a computer, and then sometimes I use Magma just normally in the iPad browser, and they behave a bit differently. I forget which way around I'm using them sometimes. Okay, this needs to be higher over here. This nose is definitely all wrong, as is this. So there's a bit of benefit to doing a sketch first. Huh. Yeah, my wrist won't be happy with me if I decide to use that tiny tablet too much. Although I might have to soon. Yeah, I'm really not a fan of tiny tablets like that. But you know, if that's all you got, does the trick, does the trick. So this needs to be coming more. Nose comes to about here. This is still too big. It's gonna come down, cut out. Yeah, I mean, if the small tablets, maybe it's fine for OSU if people are into that kind of thing. But for drawing, only temporarily do I recommend such a tiny tablet. Or it takes some significant intention and focus to try and draw with with more than just your wrist on a tiny tablet like that. That's what's going on. I need to change one of my settings here quickly. Settings. There we go. That's the stuff. That's what I needed. Why am I so intimidated by this snout? Ryan, you just said it was all about shapes. Said it would be easy. Fooling myself. Okay, let's thin this out a little bit. This part of the lip is way too big. So we could probably make this bit of background a bit darker too. Let's see. That's a weird sound. Let's give it a bit of... Da, da, da. Okay, this track can change, I think. I haven't even checked how many people we got going here. Basil, Vens, Lego, Helium Monstrosity. Good. Is it Ruddock? Or is it Burning Phoenix? No, it's Ruddock. It's an alligator. Let's change that. Canvas refresh. Who's on this canvas? Come on, interwebs. Come on, interwebs. Behave. What is Mr. Sleepy? Cool. going for the going for that other pug. I'm typically not a fan of pugs and French bulldogs, these kinds of dogs, but I think they do have fantastically expressive type of faces that are great for drawing. Boxes are great too. Should have tried doing a boxer. Yeah, it can be difficult to get into these things regularly. Yes, I vaguely recall similar things, Vince. I had a chuckle yesterday. We went to we caught the funicular here up to there's Narukala Fortress, which gets you a nice. You go up there, you get a nice view of the city, and there was a group of Indian tourists standing ahead of us who were visiting Tbilisi, and they're chatting away, and their daughter spots someone with a Pomeranian. Also, not one of those dogs that I'm a fan of. Like little dogs, I'm not all about. I love dogs, but not those ones. This dog's like pointing, and father tries to explain. No, those dogs are vicious. I explain it. That fluffy thing. It looks. You want to go pet it? No, don't do that because they're vicious dogs. They just want to bite you. And I had a little chuckle because they're kind of small and annoying, but they actually are kind of assholey. I think they do like to just yap and bark at you and charge at you. I had a blooming, I don't know if it was a stray, like a Maltese poodle kind of thing bite me the other day. I wanted to like pet that, like, hey, what do you, like, why are you inside the apartment building? And yeah, I'm just trying to like walk past to get out of the building. Takes a big bite at my leg. Left teeth marks and everything. Hurt like hell. Bested by stupid Maltese poodle. Suing is not a thing here in Georgia. That's more an American career. Somehow that bite, like it didn't actually pierce my skin, and yet still left very clear bite marks and like sort of bleeding underneath the skin. It was weird. I was pretty angry. Darn dog. It's on my way out to get lunch. Yeah, don't get between me and food. You asking for some serious trouble then. it was also a late lunch too, so I was already getting pretty hangry. And then you want to come and bite me? The nerve. Okay, I'm going to stop with this this pug now. Move on to a different one. Although, like, speaking of small dogs, this little fella I do quite like. This sort of wiry kind of skin and a bit of wiry sort of fur and a moustache-ish thing going on. That I like. Okay, so I'm going to merge this down, and we're going to make it a little smaller. Shift it out of the way. Don't want to shift it right off the canvas, because then it'll get... Well, I suppose I could just hide it for now, right? I could just hide it for now. Create a new layer. And let's see, we're going to try to find this blue for the background. Sort of mid saturation. Make the brush bigger. Yeah, it's a little lighter than that. Or lighter and brighter. Okay, little fella. Okay. So this time I'm going to try and roughly sketch out some things. Again, just looking for shapes. We've got a bit of a wider, let's do a new layer. We've got a bit of a wider, is this going to work? Okay, a wider top section. Good, it's a bit narrower down here. And it sort of comes in. And we've got the neck below that also coming in. And then we've got down into the shoulder blades. Okay, but obviously it's not a crossbreed of a triangle and a rectangle. There's some other things going on here. Sort of cut away over there, roughly. And then we have a sort of triangular-ish ears. Actually, that should be lower. Yeah, that's definitely going to need to get fixed. And this is quite rounded. And then we've got the boop nose. Oh, boop nose. Just, if I squint my eyes, it's a little bit of like a roundish square. And then we've got this quirky smile. We can exaggerate this a little bit. And then we've got the ears that right here. That's actually what needs to fix up there. Okay. We've got quite a triangle, but something similar that wraps here. Same thing sort of happens here. Or coming down, it's that rounded snout. It's dark here. It's looking a little silly. His ears to come in more. Okay. We'll lower the opacity of that. Bring another layer underneath it. And let's start with kind of white, but it's got a bit of a quirky and cheeky. Yeah, it's a cheeky little thing. Actually, that's actually kind of funny. Because this morning, one of the first things I did was message my team. So these cheeky little buggers just released a new Wacom. So I was referring to Wacom. I said these cheeky buggers have just released a new tablet, a new Cintiq Pro line. Well, not a new line, but added more to their line, should I say? So yes, definitely well-used words in my vocabulary, perhaps too much. Okay, so I'm just looking for silhouette here. It's cheeky little buggers. Yeah, so Wacom released the Cintiq Pro 17 and the 22. Good sizes. Pretty exciting stuff. Because they recently brought out, what was Cintiq Pro 27 that has the Pro Pen 3, and now they've got some smaller devices that have the same pen tech. Not for everybody. They don't come cheap. But they do look rather nice. Come with the stand as well. There's that nice stand that came with a big tablet. I just want to know how heavy that stand is. That's my question. Okay, so now we need to get some of that slightly darker purple under here. That's a bit excessive. Here, it's a bit of a darker gray too. Here. This thing's making weird buzzing noises in my ears. In my ears. It's only a matter of time before it electrocutes me. These strange headphones. Let's see, is that color right? I think it's not quite there, but it can work. Let's go a little bit more this way. No. Give me a bit more. It should be a bit more desaturated, I think. Here as well. Nice easy shapes to work with. We need a darker brown for this sort of triangle here. With basic shape. Which extends over to this. There we go. Seems I'm frozen on the screen again. Although that's that is fine, because all you're missing is my face getting up close to the camera. As I lean into my painting, exercise my right to have bad posture. Let's actually go a little bit lighter here. Let's go real dark on his eyes as well while we're at it, while we're here. Google Calendar, tell me I've got things to do. Do you think I know that? Okay, we go a little lighter, maybe shift towards that blue. That's not really that, just shift this way. For this schnoz. Francis VCA, hello, yes. Hell yeah. Is that a hell yeah at Wackham's new tablets? Is that a hell yeah at drawing dogs? At dogs in general? This is a rather messy one. Let's shift this into reds. Seems I changed. No, I didn't change brush, it's just the opacity, that's all. Let's go with this, but go a little darker in here. There's a way to make the filter options less laggy. What device are you using? Often lag is a thing of devices. Granted, this canvas size is also kind of big because of the multiple reference images, but it shouldn't be so bad. You know what? I think this needs to... Let's do this. Give this a little bit more. But in general, there's, yeah, if you're getting lag on there, that's, I think there's not too much you can do about it. Yeah, maybe Reddit can help out there. So describe in a little bit more detail what happens like when you, let's say you're trying to change the saturation. Mostly Gaussian blur. If you start with that really high, I think it's normal that it'll lag. Try it with the graphics acceleration enabled, If you put that on, got it on already. I do think it's quite normal for blur though to be a bit on the slow side. Don't forget to have a sip of water, stretch every now and then. We're just about done with our first hour. Oh, can't even change my music without something breaking. And if you are just joining in on YouTube now, you're welcome to come along and draw with us. Check the stream description, all the information is over there. Except if you're on Twitch. Come on, music, play now. Play says me. Get a little more saturated here, a bit more into the orange. So got that happening, almost like a triangle in here. Here too. Why is it not playing, man? Yep. Here you go. Make this, maybe the eyes should be a bit bigger. And come right up to this white section. And this one also needs to be adjusted. It's a bit off. It's a bit off. Actually, this is looking terrible. This should be up over here. This should be lighter. Oh, quite excited to see what people do for Wednesday's Clubhouse with a Canine Cameraman theme. Should be a good one. And you probably could use once you've put in shapes, you might do that with, you know, a fully opaque brush to block it in. But then to soften the transitions between areas, you might consider switching to the hair and fur brush that we have a little further down, and that'll give you, you know, some grouping of straight lines that can maybe be used for a sort of fur look. Tall enough. So like in here. But I wouldn't go wild with this. I'd keep it kind of to where you want focus to be. So for example, I might want dark section here. Hey, Burning Phoenix. And then switch to that hair and fur brush, pick the light color. And then can come, whoa, that's too big. Drop the minimum size there so that it tapers off a little bit. Waiting for server response. My internet is so bad. So bad. What is I gonna do? I have to live with this internet much longer. Oh, gosh. What does the plus sign do in the middle of the transform tool? That is a great question, and I will explain to you. So if I do this on a new layer, if it lets me have a new layer. Come on, give me a new layer. Yeah, it's the center of rotation. So if I draw with my lasso fold, for example, and I'll make a sort of weird shape here, and I switch to the transform tool, and I move this. Anyway, let's just move down here. Now what happens when I rotate, that's the anchor point that it rotates your shape or image or whatever around. So normally that's set in the center, right? So it just rotates around like that. But if you shift it to the side, then that's your new center point that it moves your image around. Make sense? Cool. And of course, our light is coming from the top, so I mustn't forget to add a bit of light on the sort of top edge of the nose. Which brush am I using? I'm still using the fur brush. No wonder that's being weird. Let's change that. The size down. There we go. And it's a little darker in here, so let's bring that in. Give a bit of form to that snout. Quite an exaggeration of this this dog. I quite like it. Quite like it now. It's getting somewhere. There's even this weird blue on the edge over here. Exaggerate some of the colors that we see. Down here, it's like this blue filling in. There's a really great artist worth checking out. What is the name now? With a lot of their whites, they like when there's sort of white in the image, it tends to be like a nighttime-ish sort of scene or low lit thing. But when there's white, they're often using these purples and blues for the white together that just vibrates so well. But I cannot for the life of me now remember the name, and I'm using my phone as a webcam, so I can't go check on Insta. Maybe I can check here in my browser, because I'm distracted like that. Procrastination. Instagram. I want to see the name. I'm like, oh, of course. Darn it, why can't I remember? I know Cybernaut has shared their work before on Discord. Let's check my saved images. The endless stream of saved Instagram posts that I have. Why are you not showing me this thing? pretty much just use Instagram as Pinterest now. It's, if I use it at all. Instead of posting anything. Let's see. So I can probably change this tool now. Something else. Scrolling away. How far back does one have to go? Yuming art. That's what I was looking for. Let's see if I can I get a link for this image? Will you let me have it? Okay. There goes my face. Come on, loud, you cheeky bugger. Let's change to the next tune. I really like this music, this fantasy hop. Okay, well, while that figures out loading, I'll just continue here. I suppose I can get rid of my sketch layer. It's not really needed anymore. Get a bit more reddish here. A bit darker maybe. Okay, there we go. Same on this side, sort of reddish brown. Here too. Still loading. Come on, music. Come on now. Okay, there is no dark mode on this, so watch your eyes. So here's Yuming art. This is what I mean, this sort of violets and purples, and even like it kind of, it's gray, but next to this purple, it looks kind of greenish. It's so cool. So cool. Love it. Definitely someone I need to do a study of one of these days. Oh, that metal. So good, so good. But even with the studies of statues, the sort of green yellow together with this violety color. Delicious, delicious. Yeah, it's beautiful stuff. Really. Why is this music not playing? All these questions that I have. There we go. So this would be even darker here. To be quite that light. All I can eat is delicious Instagram paintings. Oh well. As long as you're getting the right Instagram paintings, high nutritional value Instagram paintings to eat. I don't want none of that low quality. Low effort noms. I want the good stuff. Give me some of that Yuming and Craig Mullins and the likes. This is kind of this way. A bit in color. Now this is a bit off. Let's bring this in a little bit. Same here. Already went a bit wild there. Ooh. Oh, you know I'm taking off work when the day comes that I finally get myself an amazing dog. Hello, who we got here? Maizy Boo. Hello, hello. Welcome, welcome. Just in case you're not on the live stream, I'll say welcome here in the chat too. Well, thank you, but I'm sure everyone else's looks even better. You go check out everyone else's canvas. A piece over here. This is also kind of a interesting shape. Looking for shapes. Always looking for shapes. Goes Doggo 3. I'll pull in there in a moment. Hang on. Whose canvas is that? Is that Wenz's? Vent. I keep saying Wenz, sorry. Venz. Back. So far, only the initial sketch is loaded for me, but even that looks darn cool. But the thumbnail looks great. Come on, load. Yeah, we got an awesome bunch of people here that come in regularly, making such cool drawings. Forcing me to be... Yeah, I know it's not loading. Stuck at 83%. It's gonna happen though. It's gonna happen. There we go. And my frozen face. I dig it. Whoa, that pug with the yellow beanie vents looks freaking awesome. Really nailed the shine on the fur there. That's funny. Fun times, fun times. I love it. I love it. It gives me the ha-has. Normally it's me that's doing ridiculous portraits of me, not other people. It's kind of funny to see that. Should be on the roundup of the classroom. Yeah. Coming to the end of the month, I've got to do a classroom roundup. We were doing roundups once a week, but I don't think it's that interesting for the blog to have it every week. We'll do it. No, it's awesome. There's no need to apologize for that. I love it. Love it. Actually do want to do a self-portrait at some point. Maybe that should be a classroom session. We'll import our own photo of ourselves for a little self-portrait study. If I remember correctly, Cynics would do one every year. I would, and I think a lot of artists do this, or maybe at least some of the old masters would do frequent portraits of themselves. Where's my other one? Let's bring this one up. I do want to. He definitely needs work, this guy. Now that I've shrunk him, be a pretty low res. I need this wire to come in. Yeah. I know what people often do when it comes to fur and hair is that they overdo just like a lot of lines and just they go a bit wild. Where often you just need a little bit to show that, oh, okay, this is fur, that's what's going on here. And usually just to transition between areas. So like I'm not going to go over every section now with all these lines. I'm just going to get it where it matters, Although now the way I've done this, I'm starting to think about a lab coat after seeing Venz's piece there. Lab coat on this photo, yeah, that'd be funny. Getting a head start on the quirky stuff for Wednesday. How long have we been drawing for now? We've been at it for 1 hour and 25 minutes. Thank you. This also, the shape isn't quite right yet. It's it was such a wiry dog too. It's wiry fur. I suppose he does need quite a lot of these kinds of lines. Here, I have gone overboard. Ow. And I need a bit of this. So, how long have I been drawing? I mean, it's weird to say. When did I study? 2006 to 2008. So that's, whoa. Almost 20 years. I've been very inconsistent during that time. Why would you studies like these? I'm doing this a little while, but I'm not nearly as good as I should be for the time that has been spent. Oh dear, I have been drawing on the wrong layer. Rocky. Oh well. Is what it is. Just bringing you guys along for the ride, trying to get my skills to a point that they should be for the time that I've been drawing. This ear could be. Let's see. How those eyes should be bigger, or his ear should be bigger? Yeah. I've been drawing for about 3 or 4 years. Nice. Well, early days. Early days. Yeah, it doesn't really matter how long you've been drawing, actually. The time isn't really the thing. It's how sort of intentional have you been with your learning. How serious have you been about those studies? Doing courses, all that kind of thing. Because I've spent a long time just sort of aimlessly drawing and painting. I think Bobby Chew's got a video on this thing about 10,000 hours, and like, it's not so straightforward as that. It's what you do with the hours, and you can progress really fast if you are very deliberate and focused when you're learning. Oh yeah, it's a good one, hey? It's always worth giving it a little repeat. Ah, Bobby's drawings. Have you seen Bobby Chew's character design? Like some of these awesome creatures that he's done. I mean, if you've seen that video, you've probably seen it on a number of his other videos as well. It's cute and creepy creatures. You probably have. You probably have. I love the name of his new channel. Chew on this. It was very clever. Chew? Am I saying it correctly? What about ZBrush? Oh wait. Does Bobby do stuff on ZBrush as well? I've never seen him do sculpture. Although he most likely has, having brought on instructors for ZBrush onto Schoolism. It's like to take the courses that he brings onto the platform. Interesting. I haven't seen him with that workflow. I might have just missed it. Ah. Yeah, maybe we're confusing people here. That is quite possible. Oh, I still haven't learned how to use Blender yet. So this is probably too high. Let's bring it down. Oops, that was a weird sound from my face. Let's have a look here. Hang on a minute. Hang on a minute. No, okay, that's something that Bobby hosted. I've seen people do ZBrush renderings of his stuff. Anyway, I'm not going to dwell too long on this. Ow, ow, ow. Compelling art. Uh-huh. Cool, I'm going to give that a watch later. And later is not very far away. We have 25 minutes left of the stream and this session. I'm sure this music is just playing one of the same tracks again instead of moving on to the next one. It happened the last time I was having internet issues. Okay, I wonder how quickly can we get down there? Vince, have you tried using Blender at all? A little bit. You did the donut? The rite of passage? I started the donut, I never finished. Hey, Everest, just spotted you now. I don't know how long you've been here, but hello. Let's have a look. You are on Doggo 5. Let's see, I don't know how much help I will be, but let's have a look, see if I can spot anything. I know I definitely brought the snout too low on mine. Should be considering how it's facing the camera. It's not just the space between the eyes. Harder edges near the face. Yeah. I would say that's great advice. Particularly with using some of these brushes, a lot of overlapping texture, just trying to get some of those neat edges would be good. I like it's quite cute. Yeah, it really does look good, and I think you've got these colors here underneath along the neck here. I think you got those down really well. It's cool to see how people see color differently. Sometimes, like with the ears. With the ears, you've got more of like a dark blue color, where I went more for like a dark brown sort of color. So And I mean, yeah, you're using a mouse as well, and that's really impressive. A very impressive result for a mouse. So, what? Yeah, that's really cool. Good job. Good job. For getting sharper edges when you're using a mouse, it gets difficult. But one could use the one of the selection tools, like the lasso selection, for example, so that you can kind of get an edge and then sort of brush in those bits, so that when you then deselect, you've got a much neater edge. Or using the lasso fill on its own, actually, that could work for neater edges. But yeah. Also, let's see. Do you have? It looks like maybe use the density. Wait, no, that wouldn't. If you're using a mouse, it's going to register full each time. Yeah. No, good job. Are you thinking about getting a drawing tablet at some point to make drawing a little easier? I used a basic brush, wasn't it? And for these sections, did you not use the fur brush here? It looks like you did. Then the fur brush. Okay, cool. Interesting. But why don't you use the iPad instead, though, for like these sessions now? They're easier to manage. Interesting. Well, at least drawing tablets now, there are some really affordable options on the market. Oh, it's charging. Okay. Fair enough. That's a fair point. What about I mean, how good of a laptop do you have? Because you could also use your iPad as a drawing tablet for your laptop. That's what I'm doing right now. And this is an excuse to not use it. It's an old one? Okay. Why is this not here? I just sworn I sent this. Too lazy to get up from the couch. That's not good. That's not good. What do you mean it's a weekend where you live? How is it the weekend where you live? Is it a long weekend? Is there a holiday? Are you in an alternate dimension? It seems so. No, because there has been one youngster who's joined some of our streams and who has often said on a Monday that it is Sunday. And I haven't been able to figure it out because in terms of time zones, it's Monday everywhere. Yeah. I would still consider a cheap drawing tablet at some point if you're able to get your hands on one to at least test the experience, because they're still pretty compact. Just so much easier to draw with. Yeah, I mean, as you know, I've got a whole lot of reviews on the channel, on my channel, about different tablets. That's for practicing mice. But if you yeah, I suppose like using a mouse though, if you approach things like a painter, using blocks of color, big shapes of color, and you just gradually work your way down to smaller shapes, it can be done. But what? I still don't understand why. Why? Because like once you shift over to a drawing tablet, I don't think you'll ever use a mouse for drawing again, unless you're modeling in Blender. Like then, it just sounds like torture to me. But hey, why not? I mean, I have seen plenty of people just nailing those paintings with a mouse. To each their own. To each their own. We all got our choice in tools that we like to make. I don't think I'd be able to hold back my foul mouth trying to paint with a mouse. Get demonetized in a moment. In a very swift minute. But yeah, sure. Maybe I'll try it sometime. I'm not good enough just painting with a normal just stylus or a regular paintbrush. Never mind trying to use a mouse. Where are we at for time? 10 minutes. Cool. Best ingredient of a YouTube video. The latest in my Watch Me Suffer series. Was that the one where it was all like, I suppose the gag reel, the bloopers or whatever of my YouTube videos? It is like that. It's most of the time you're not getting things right. You're trying to find your script or if line. I'm looking for my notes. Yeah. I don't have like a teleprompter or anything, so I sit there having to like scroll on the iPad to find my place. Yeah, silly things. Silly things. No, I haven't touched it. I haven't touched it. That painting is... Which one? So there's two that I've done with the vulture. There's one with the woman and there's one with the man. Which one are you referring to? The one with the man that was actually coming along very nicely. I still haven't got my laptop fixed up, but it's something that I'm going to do once I head back to South Africa. Take it to my usual. Yeah, that one. The one I used for the art block video. Cool. Yeah. So once I just get all my stuff off the hard drive, then I can return to those paintings that I haven't finished yet. I don't know if anyone's going to be interested in that, but yeah, I am very keen to finish that. That was my first time really diving into Clip Studio Paint as well. Most of the time I'm working in Magma now, but I also got to try out other software and see how different things work. Am I on the right layer? I think so. Yeah, I quite like it. I quite like it. It'll be one of the first finished paintings in a long while too. Because a lot of them sort of just sit in a folder on the laptop, waiting to be reviewed by future me. See if they meet the standard. The impossible standard that we have of ourselves. Good feeling when those are done. Yeah, you've just got a bunch of half-finished ones. I think it's that thing of just you get to a place when you're like, okay, this is starting to look cool, but do I have what it takes? Do I have the necessary skills to finish it off cool? Like, is it still going to look good when you push further, or are you going to overdo it? Kind of the thinking that goes on my side. Maybe the odds level 20. Yeah, sometimes I want to like tackle things in it, or get areas of a painting to be almost hyper realistic. Like just really spend time detailing it, but then time and focus, which is sometimes difficult to maintain, especially when you're trying to go super realistic. Yeah, but that's our plight, or rather, it's not necessarily a bad thing, but it's like the goalposts are always shifting where we want to be at with our skills, which is awesome. So if you've got the drive to keep chasing it, but accept that you'll never like it never ends. Like there's always a new thing to learn. There's always something new to step up to. I know sometimes, like early on, it's like, oh man, what's the point when there's so much to learn? It's a journey, man. It's a journey. Alrighty, okay, we're gonna wrap this up now. I think my eyes have had enough. It's been a long day in front of the screen. So, okay, this second dog came out all right for me. First one needs some more work. Let's have a look. Let's see what everyone else has done. If my pages will load comfortably. Three and a half minutes left. Yeah, it'll probably take 3.5 minutes just for one of these pages to load on my side. As I was saying, okay, they're loaded. Cool. I like the coloring in the, like on the lips here, and the way the light is coming in, the sort of green. Ah, it is quite green there. He's so cute. Ah, you nailed these. You nailed these. These are so good. Well done. These expressions are well captured. And we got Vans over here. I like this short tie. Oh, these are great, man. Good job. Dun, dun, dun. We got Lego over here. I like how you shifted the beanie over to the other dog. Very cool. Very, very cool. And taking two different approaches here. Something a bit more line arty to something a bit more painterly. I like it. Great job, Lego. There we go. Looks like a framed print ready to go. Good stuff. It looks cute. A little bit of a cross with the. I've got a bit of poodle mix in there. You tried and you did a great job. Don't be hard on yourself. Like here, this one didn't have anyone in it. We got Everest over here. Very cool. Ah, it's so cute. Oh, it's quite a green, hey? This reference. And we've got Radek over here. This is still you're still here, cool. Let's see what loads. Perfect. Even the jersey, all looks good. Yeah, just getting the. This is the trick I'm having, is getting the black and the sort of brown red, and over on the. I don't even know what you call this section on the dog. Great stuff. One last one. Party dogs. Looking very cool. Very cool, many things. Fun times, guys. This was a great one. Very fun study. On Wednesday, we are doing Canine Cameraman, which is kind of in preparation for. So if you want to take the quirkiness a little further, put a camera in a pause. It should be a fun hangout. We'll see if we can get. Wonder if Jonathan will be keen to join us again. We had a blast last week for our cyberpunk witches. So it'd be cool to have another voice or two during the stream. So yeah, I will see you guys on Wednesday then, if you want to join in. Otherwise, enjoy the rest of your week. I hope you have a good one. And again, great work, everybody. This was a lot of fun. Enjoy the rest of your day. Chat soon. Where's my rollout music? Come on, roll out. There we go.